Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Pastor Dan. This is my good friend, Pastor Ann, and this is the Midweek Update. Ann, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you, Dan?
That was very newscasterish of me. I
It
had that
was
down.
very, very professional, so unlike you.
I know. The cadence was perfect. I've been practicing in the mirror when I go home, and so that I can be better at this.
Wow, that's dedication to the job. That's something.
I know. I do what I can. So.
Nice. Anyway, so yeah, it's good to see you. It's good to be back with everyone. And we had our first weekend back.
Yes, it was fantastic. It was
Yes,
beautiful outside. Lots of people were here. It's good to see everybody.
yes,
And the weather was fantastic. And because we have to throw the weather in there somewhere. So,
correct. Yes. So I think we maybe got our signals crossed on the balloons.
well, I told you, like, hey, let's do balloons because I thought you would know that it was like a party last week with everybody on site and that we were having a party. And you went a completely different route, kind of wondering what you were thinking there.
I did. Well, yeah, I was when you said balloons, I'm like, yeah, hot air balloons. It's outdoorsy and everything, and I wasn't really thinking the party thing. So yeah, this just shows people once again how vastly different our brains are.
I guess my mind is normally more on a party than yours. That's for sure.
That is 100% accurate. So no question about it. So I wanted to address something from last week's midweek update. Hopefully today we're not going to have nearly the problems we had last week, but last week the electricity went out, lights went out, where
Yep,
you
they
were.
did. And I
Yep,
found the light switch, but it was a little tough to find it.
you found it.
I may have tripped over something. I don't know if people watched last week where they could hear what was going on, and I literally tripped over a stool and fell down. And you can hear
Yes,
the
and
thud in the video.
there is a thud in the video, and I have taken a lot of ribbing this last week because I did not even look like I cared that you fell down.
You were in the show must go on mode.
I really was. And to be honest, I heard it, but I assumed that since you didn't say help, you were fine. And I just continued on. But people have given me all kinds of grief for not saying, Dan, are you okay? So just so people know, I do care about the man, but
Yes.
I assumed if he needed me, he would have said, and so
Yeah. Now I will tell everybody that as soon as the video ended, Anne's like, "Were you okay? I thought I heard you fall down." So she did care, but we were just trying to make sure we didn't have to repeat the show.
yes, because we were too far in.
Yes.
So anyway, so Dan, I'm sorry you fell down. He was fine. Everything's fine. We're hoping today that our balloon backgrounds and everything will stay put.
Yeah, I actually made sure there's nothing in between anything, no lights, there's not a timer, nothing. So I went to a different room completely just to make sure.
Perfect. All right, well, let's get to the stuff that we need to talk about. We had a great weekend,
Yes, we did.
and a lot of people joined us. But for those who haven't joined us yet, we want to remind you that on our Facebook page and on our website is the video Dan and Ann Go Back to Church. And if you watch that video, it will answer all the questions that you might have about your first time back to CW since the quarantine happened. A lot of people said on Sunday that it was helpful.
Well, it's because we were movie stars. And when you and I act, it just, I might have brought to tears. People at home watching this and just as the acting debut that we had was so good.
Yeah. Some people said it was effective in helping them know what to do. I'll give you that.
No
So
tears is what you're
I
saying?
don't think anyone's brought to tears, but it was really good. And if you people said that it helped them out a lot to know what to expect when coming through the doors. So if you haven't joined us live yet and you haven't watched that video, we encourage you to do so because it really does try to answer all the questions you might have about returning to Colonial Woods for church on the weekend. And Dan, tell us a little bit about service times and stuff.
Yeah, we're going to be back this week live again. And so things went really well. So we're hoping you guys can join us if you're ready to re-engage. If not, that's totally okay. But Saturday night at 6 p.m. we have a service. And then on Sunday, we have an 8 a.m., a 9:40 a.m., an 11:10 a.m., and a 6 p.m. service. They all have the same message. Pastor Phil's doing the same message in all of those, but they do have some different worship styles based on what type you like and where you want to be at. So,
yeah. And probably a good thing to mention is that the Sunday services, the 8, 9, 40, and 11:10 are all streamed live.
yep.
For those of you who aren't ready to re-engage yet, those services will be streaming live. And the 8 a.m. service, just in case people want to know, is more of our heritage service with Pastor Bruce. And the 9 and 11 time slots are with Pastor Ryan.
Whenever you say they're streamed, I think of like a river. So when you say that, I'm like, oh, we're going to go to a river and do church, but that's not what you mean.
I would love to go to a river and do church, but that's not what I mean. You're right.
Like the lake in your background,
Yes, that's a lake. Yeah, not a
or
river.
a stream. It's not a stream.
Looks like a lake. Okay, moving on to 4th of July weekend. 4th of July weekend, we do not have any Saturday services, but we will be doing the morning services, the 3 morning services. As far as I know, that's what will be happening on that weekend.
And we typically do a picnic every year, and due to all the stuff going on, unfortunately this year that's not going to happen.
Right.
But we want to encourage you guys to be at church with us, and we're still going to have a great time on that Sunday morning. We just won't be doing the picnic.
Right. And the big thing is there's no Saturday night because that is the 4th of July.
Yes.
So also this weekend we've got communion coming up. So communion, you want to, if you're not joining us here, you're going to want to be prepared for that at home with some bread and juice for your family. Here we will have already prepackaged cups that will be handed out to you at the door by a guest services person with a glove to make sure that everybody they're all safe.
That'll be great. So if you guys are because we've had a lot of people ask, how are we doing communion on site where we're not passing things? That's going to be how we do that to make sure that everybody who wants to take communion can do that in a safe manner.
Right. So Dan, tell us about our most recent contest.
Yes, we're coming down to the final stretch for our grad picture contest, where we want you to send those in on June 15th. That's, I believe, on Monday is the deadline for that. So if you can send in your pictures, and then we're going to show those on a Sunday morning, whether it's the pre-show or on the actual Sunday morning, or maybe a mixture of both. Whatever that is, we would love to see your pictures of graduates graduating. It's been awesome, and I've been on Facebook a lot lately, and some of the people have been able to do some graduation parties already. And I hear, I think in Port Huron, there's going to be a commencement happening early July for the high schools.
That's what I heard.
I'm happy to hear that places are re-engaging to be able to do that, but we want to take some time to do that as well and honor you guys with pictures. And then we're hoping to also come up in July, have some type of grad service like we normally do to get grads on stage and honor them that way too.
Right. Yeah. So we're looking forward to actually drawing a couple of names out of that picture bunch to give away some prizes too. So we're looking forward to that. Dan, this is kind of a short week as far as announcements. I think we've actually covered all of the announcements that we felt like we had to do. Yes. And so I guess it's just kind of want to remind people we're still going to be here every midweek update on Wednesdays. I think you talked about maybe mentioning a little bit about maybe some of our content is changing. Did you want to do that?
Some of our content's changing around. You might not see as many midweek encouragements or the Pastor Phil's encouragement as well. That might be changing. We're still open to do some of those things, but due to the fact that we can start re-engaging, that's going to change a tad. I know even in the youth group world tonight, we're doing a YouTube service. So the whole service tonight, youth group, is on YouTube at 6 p.m. and not on Zoom. And we're just showing that. But some people can come do a watch party at the church. But we're going to start hoping to re-engage a lot of our groups together because we can. And so that changes how much online content we do.
Right, yeah, because we'll be doing other things besides writing content, basically.
Yes. Yeah.
So we've been writing a lot of content. So, okay, so that kind of is kind of a wrap for us. As always, we will be live pre the 9:40 and the 11:10 service with the pre-service show that some people call the Dan and Ann show. We'll be there.
And Ann, is it true, I heard this, that you are kind of a professional salsa dancer, like you're known worldwide, going around where you do all these salsa dances, and you're going to do one of those on Sunday. Is that true?
Oh, yeah, that definitely. I am known best for my mambo and the pachenko. Yeah, that's not actually true at all. But
You
little
don't have
known
the
fact,
you don't have the nickname Salsa Ann?
no, I don't have that nickname. Little known fact, though, if anything, I would be a professional salsa eater because I do love salsa and a good guacamole
Yeah,
and some
salsa with a
chips.
side of guacamole.
Yeah, but I think that's as close to salsa dancing as I get.
Gotcha,
So
gotcha.
thank you again for your wonderful fun fact that's not accurate.
Well, there's a party around here, so that's what I try and do. So,
It is. Well, I'm headed out to a hot air balloon festival.
all right. Well, for all of you out there who continued watching this far in the video, thank you so much. We hope you have a great week, and we will see you on Sunday.
All right, see you later.
Bye.